Alcohol and tobacco is the biggest temptation in modern life, and it's becoming biggest part of human lives. It was started off as fun and enjoyment, however, now it's becoming main victim to our health. Through pressure and temptation and bad influences, the smokers and drinkers have increased tremendously. We all have enough knowledge about how drinking and smoking destroys our body and mind, but we still have a very difficult time getting over this terrible addiction. Today in Oriental Medical Digest, we'll show you how to win this addiction by simple therapy. First, let's find out how smoking destroys our body. When you smoke, the smoke passes larynx and bronchus. In the bronchus, there is psyllium that pushes back on alien substance. So when you smoke, the nicotine damages the function of the psyllium. And when you keep on smoking, it will cause breathing difficulty from chronic obstructive pulmonary like a pulmonary emphysema. Smokers have twice the risk of having heart disease than the non-smokers. Smoking also promotes creation of fat deposit called atherome in the heart artery wall. This kind of fat deposit leads to disease like myocardial infection by narrowing the artery and suppressing the oxygen supplies to the heart. Dr. Che, we all know that smoking is really bad for our health. Then how come it's so hard to stop from smoking?
Tobacco is made up of harmful chemicals like tar, nicotine, and carbon monoxide. Among these, nicotine is a habit-forming drug. Especially, smokers who have been smoking for a long period of time will experience withdrawal symptoms when they quit smoking. These withdrawal symptoms will make them feel anxious and exhibit symptoms like handshaking. This is why it's hard for smokers to quit smoking.
In Oriental medicine, ear acupuncture therapy is used to help from quit smoking. Ear acupuncture treatment is pointed on the fact that the shape of the ear is similar to the baby's position inside the mother's womb. According to principle of this treatment, the earlobe confirms the head, and the inner part of the ear confirms the organs. How can you detect the exact spot in the ear?
To quit smoking, 5 to 6 needles are applied to the ear's acupuncture points. They are applied at the spots where the smoke of the tobacco passes. Since there are about 110 acupuncture points in the ear, it is almost impossible to find them by looking. So a detector using electronic resistance is used. Now try holding this. When we come to a region that responds to the detector makes a sound like this. As I mentioned before, acupuncture points where the smoke passes are connected with the mouth, the trachea, the bronchus, and finally the lungs. And since the internal nose point is located in the back of the ear and is hard to detect, the external nose point is used instead. Besides this, the Shinmun and the Nebunbi acupuncture points greatly aid in the stopping of smoking.
In the ear acupuncture therapy, a needle with the size of a tack is used. The treatment started by applying the needle on the acupuncture point found by the acupuncture detector. The needle is fixed to the ear with a skin color tape. During the acupuncture treatment for quitting smoking, press them occasionally to increase the effect. And don't let the water go into the point, because either infect the point region or causes the needle to come out. the needle is taken out after 3-4 days at the hospital, and the tack-sized needle is applied onto the ear. Through this therapy, it will take about 3 to 4 weeks to quit smoking. Can I see your ear? Oh, you had the ear acupuncture then. So how does it feel after the treatment?
네, 금연침을 2주 동안 맞았는데요.
I received the treatment for about 2 weeks, and just smelling smoke makes me sick and have a headache. So I quit smoking.
Rely on some type of therapy is not enough when you're dealing with a smoking addiction. Your own willingness to quit smoking is the biggest strength. Alcoholism is same case as a smoking addiction. This is also very addictive and needs very strong willpower. So through Oriental medicine, let's find the cure for alcoholic problem. In treating alcoholism, questions are previously asked before the treatment to find out the patient's dependence on alcohol. The patients are checked on the abuse degree and the tolerance to alcohol. This information will be used as valuable data for the treatment. So Dr. Lee, how can you tell if the person is alcoholic?
예, 알코올 중독 여부를
There are 25 questions on the paper to measure the patient's dependence on alcohol.
여기 보시다시피
This helps us identify whether or not the patient has psychological or physical damage caused by alcohol, or alcohol abuse is affecting everyday life, whether or not the patient exhibits withdrawal symptoms. This is how alcoholism is identified. The treatment is done according to the result of the question. Ear acupuncture therapy is also used here to treat alcoholism. But unlike the acupuncture for quitting smoking, ordinary needles applied on the ear with the tack-sized needle in the acupuncture for quit drinking therapy. Even though the patient succeeds quit smoking, medication is done side by side to treat the damaged liver. Liver is organ that helps to contract the poison in the body, but abused alcohol causes fatty liver. And when the symptom grows, it causes alcoholic hepatitis, which disease the inflammation occurs to the liver. For treating alcoholic problem, which type of medicine do you usually recommend?
예.
The principle of treating alcoholic liver diseases in Oriental medicine is by removing the poisons in the liver caused by the alcohol. The medication typically prescribed in Oriental medicine is Cheonggan Haejutang. Cheonggan Haejutang is composed of about 10 herbs. The main herb, injin, is especially good for recovering the liver function. And kalgun is an important herb used for counteracting the poisons associated with alcohol. Mix the herb with the 1200 cc of water boiled down for about 2 hours. Drink this 3 times a day, one after meal. And drink the same quantity as amount of 3 coffee cup every time. Alcoholism and smoking addiction. If you only have strong willpower and effort to quit, this is very possible. Among 80% of people who have overcome this addiction had one thing in common. It is a strong willpower. There is no easy way to overcome any kind of addiction unless you are mentally prepared. So I hope the best result for everyone. And thanks for joining us, and see you again next time.